Hello, Augies Worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. Today's question comes from Mark WF9Y, and he asks this. He says, "Hi Dave, hope all is well. Thanks for the great job you do. I'm looking to set up a portable station on the 11th floor of a condo on the beach of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm thinking about using a buddy pole antenna indoors. Do you think with a setup like this I'll be able to get a signal out to Europe? I assume that it would be difficult to get a signal out to the west. Thanks, Mark, WF9Y. Condos and apartments are always an issue, especially in the big city. Now, I'm assuming if you're in Fort Lauderdale and you're in one of those condos on the sea, you've got a balcony. I would recommend getting that signal out on the balcony. Now, the buddy pole's a little large to do that. The condo itself has beams that have lots of rebar in them and so on. And so trying to transmit a signal indoors with the buddy pole could prove to be a little bit frustrating. I would suggest that you try either putting the buddy pole out on the balcony if you've got enough room width, and then you'll find that it won't be optimum, but it is an antenna and it does work. One thing that you can do is put the buddy pole in the inverted V, kind of inverted V configuration, and maybe lean it out by pulling the base of the thing in, just tying with some rope the little box where the antennas screw in to the railing on that, which would have your antennas pointed out. That might help also, because you're getting out away from the building. Another thing that would help would be a magnetic loop antenna that you could set on a table near the edge of the balcony, or even connected to the balcony itself. Now, if you lay that loop down, it becomes omnidirectional, horizontally polarized, and you'll get more signal out. In fact, you'll get a pretty low angle signal out going toward Europe. So there's lots of options that you could use there. I would recommend one of those. It's kind of hard to string up a 40-meter dipole inside one of those buildings, but there's lots of steel rebar and stuff like that around you, so those buildings are fairly well insulated from RF. And you are correct, you will likely not get much propagation to the west. So give it a try, see how well it works, and let me know. Let me know how it works when you've got something up and running. It's going to take perseverance, one of my favorite words, because you're in a non-optimal place using a non-optimal antenna, although one could argue that mag loops are pretty close to optimal. They work as well as a dipole. And you'll have some ham radio contacts. Now note that because you're up there so far away from ground, you may find you have some RFI problems, or that your neighbors do. So with the mag loop, it's really hard for the neighbors to know that you've got that there. The buddy pole will be amply visible. Okay, so take a look at that. You may have to transmit on lower power to keep from other people from having RFI problems. So there you have it. If you would like to support this channel financially, you may do so by going to dkassler.com/support. That word is support. That will take you to a page that shows you all kinds of different ways that you can support this channel. And that includes Patreon, a couple different ways on PayPal, including one-time tips or recurring tips like you would on Patreon, different things like that. There's even a tip jar there, which is a one a one-time type of thing. I appreciate all the support I get. It allows me to pay my assistant and buy new gear to test and to put these videos together. So, until we next meet, 73.